All right, here we go. This is take two. Take one, garbage. Done with it. It was pathetic. We should put take one on just to show people how horrible at this I am. Or maybe Eli, maybe you should come and do this crap. No? Okay. Anyways, take two. Fishing report. Quickly, I would be checking your regulations. We've got the 2 o'clock closure for a lot of our rivers. Basically all of our valley rivers aside from the McKenzie, which is a little weird. I would not fish the lower McKenzie after 2 o'clock. I just believe that that's probably going to get a little warm. So yeah, don't do that. Check your regulations before you go out, because I'm not sure that they'll lift that 2 o'clock closure, but I know that there's some fisheries that you could probably easily fish after 2 o'clock, but they're closed. Just water temperature wise, they're fine. And again, just check your regulations. Check for fires as well. There's fires all over the place on the North Umpqua, on the North Santiam, looking like creeping over to Quartzville, somewhere near Sisters, there's one. So there's fires all over the place. So, just be aware of that. Bring a thermometer. If you don't have one, we've got a pile of thermometers here at the shop. You can come get yourself one. Bring a thermometer. Just be aware of water temperatures in general. No matter where you're fishing, whether it's open or closed at 2 o'clock or whatever, just be aware of that. Be fair to the fish. We talk about that in the shop all the time, about being fair to the fish, landing the fish quickly, whatever it is, whether it's a tiny little trout or a large trout or a summer steelhead, winter steelhead, spring chinook, fall chinook, whatever. Be fair to the fish, be fighting with the right rod and the right tippet size. It's a good time of year to, bump up your tippet size, land the fish a little faster. Okay, now to our rivers. Everything's actually fishing really good. We're really fortunate. This is a great time to fish. Hopper dropper stuff in the valley. We guide the South Santiam. We're not doing the north this year because there's just too many boat ramp closures. We guide the McKenzie as well. That's fishing fantastic. And we run a lot of hopper dropper stuff. We'll run streamers this time of year, throughout the year really, but either stripping from the boat or trout spay. Great time of year to trout spay fish, specifically in the morning before the sun hits the water hard. Those fish will chase a fly, put some movement on the fly, bump it across the swing, and you'll have fantastic luck. This is a great time of year to do that. We're starting to see some steelhead on the Deschutes and the Rogue. Unfortunately, we didn't get much steelhead here this year. It was kind of a garbage year, not even worth going in my opinion. But those are fisheries that we fish and that we love, and everybody does, so we'll kind of talk about them a little bit. The Deschutes is just starting to get some fish, and the Rogue is just starting to get some fish, but really both of them pretty good August fisheries in my experience, and I'll start going to both of them in August here soon. Again, be aware of water temps. I know that they're both going to be closed in certain areas due to water temperatures, so just be aware of that, and also just be aware of regulations when and if you decide to go down there or over there to the D or to the Rogue. Have your summer scanty game ready to go, because that's a great way to get them. They're very hot. They're very aggressive this time of year between July and really mid-October when it gets real cold. They will eat a small scanty bug all day long. So, just have that in your head. Light polyleaders and things of that nature work really well, and Scandinavian style spay fishing is awesome. Okay, steelhead, trout, salmon are coming. That's a couple months away, and we've got some awesome numbers. Actually, the ocean is doing really, really well. Yes, Eli reminded me of another alternative fishery that you can actually do all day long. Bass. Bass are awesome. I love bass. I fish for bass a decent amount, and we just love it. I mean, they're awesome fish. Smallmouth, largemouth, got them right here in the limit. You can literally go right here down the road here in cash bass. And so that's a fun deal. It's fun to figure out. They're actually pretty smart fish. You know, people say, oh, they'll eat anything. Yeah, they will, but you gotta put it in front of them the right way, and to catch bigger bass is relatively challenging. So that's a fun fishery. If you want to know more about that, come on in. We're starting to try to dial this stuff in here locally, which is kind of funny, but it's a ton of fun at the same time. So we might even run some trips here in the next few weeks. That's kind of the goal, is to be able to run some kind of after work, 3-4 hour trips and have a lot of fun with it. So it'll just be like a cheap half-day trip. So anyways, that's just something we want to do. We've always talked about it. Eli's kind of a redneck, so he likes the bass world, but we'll make it happen. Stay in touch about that, and thank you for listening.